And I actually like this a lot because I feel like you said earlier, like it's a little bit like the equibands that go behind. I think that helps a couple of different things, right? It's not just like lunging where you're really attached to the horse's face. I like this outside line. Not only does it give me a bit more control of that half halt if I have a horse that likes to, like Freddy, kind of run off, but also that it brings the horse's attention to the hind legs a little bit more. You know,
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
they feel that line on their tail or on their hind legs, it reminds them how to sort of tuck their pelvis under and round behind the saddle pad. And
Yeah.
that's also something, you know, really great. We always talk about like, oh, put side reins on the horse and teach it how to lunge so that it can develop muscles without the weight of the rider. But I find that this added part of this outside line really helps keep the horse kind of closed and still paying attention to the hind legs.
Totally, and when they're younger, especially, I really feel like that outside line around their body just gives them a little bit more guidance and a little bit more help with feeling that shape that you want them to have, and it's done in like such a passive way that they just kind of start to figure out how to bend without as much pressure as I think that you would have to create with side reins.
Well, and then I also like it that it's very much exactly like we're riding legit from the ground, where it's like, yeah, the side reins are passive, and that's a good lesson for the horse to learn too, that they're responsible to give to the pressure and find out how to round up their bascules. But then it's also like, this is kind of a nice mix between the next step of like, this is how I'm going to touch your mouth, and these are the questions I'm going to ask you when I get on the saddle, and I want to connect your hind legs over your back to the bit, and sometimes change direction, you know, sometimes keep you straighter through the outside rein, sometimes let you stretch down. So
Absolutely.
For me, it's like such a great, like I'm legit riding you from the ground.
Yeah, and then when you get on, you know, like if it was a young horse, if you get on for the first time, you've done so much of your homework already that, you know, you have tools for that first real ride, quote unquote, that you're sitting on them that they've already learned through this. And they're just a lot more educated right off the bat. And I also think, you know, it's a super great tool for older horses if they're rehabbing from some injury. You know.